This is the end to one of my best races ever. But to understand why I got so excited about a virtual bike race, we have to rewind a bit and give you a little backstory.
So, this morning, we are doing something that we've never done before, which is the exact same race 3 times in a week. It's called the OG Racing Series Week 2. Oh boy. Week 2. It's one of my favorite routes, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing it 3 times in a row. I did it Tuesday, Wednesday, took a break yesterday, and I'm doing it today, Friday. But the real reason is because when I did it the first time on Tuesday, it was going really well. On lap 2, I was like thinking about potentially trying to win this, and then my internet cut out. Oh man, internet cut out. And I couldn't finish the race with the group. So I did it again the very next day. This is Stage 2 OG Racing Series. This might look familiar because I did it yesterday, and I did well in that race. Tenth place, not bad, strong ride. I just gotta find a way to get more power there at the end, but we'll get there. But my legs were a little tired. I really want to try one more time to give this a really fair effort. Not necessarily try to win it, but prove to myself that the strategy I was using, testing the group, pushing the pace, maybe an early lead out for the final sprint, I want another chance at all of that. So that's what this race is. I took a day off to rest the legs a little bit. I slept well last night, properly nutritioned and hydrated. I'm gonna give this a serious effort here. If we do get on the podium, I'm gonna be freaking amped, dude. Stage 2, OG Racing, for the 3rd time this week. I wanna crack the podium on this one. Let's see if we can do it.
So there's the backstory. On Tuesday, I finished the race in 24th place after some technical difficulties. On Wednesday, I went for redemption, but could only manage 10th place. So I took Thursday off and came back today, determined to leave everything on the course and earn a spot on the podium. And in my mind, that meant chasing any breakaway groups, no matter how early in the race, which is how I ended up here, only 3 miles into a 13-mile race, chasing the wheel of 4 riders as they pull away from the peloton.
We've got a little breakaway group here. Not sure if we'll hold it or not.
It quickly became clear that all 5 of us, O'Toole, Scud, Crike, Song, and myself, were ready to put in the work to push the pace and widen the gap. So I took my first pull.
I'll take a pull here.
After only 2 miles, we had opened up a sizable gap between us and the chasing peloton.
We got a 10-second gap on the peloton. Not a whole lot this early in the race, but it's something.
But we were working for it, and I knew that every decision I made now, this early in the race, could impact my ability to compete for a podium spot in the final sprint.
Use my draft boost here, recover while I'm resting, so I can help pull the group. I'll take a pull here. 11-second gap on the peloton.
There were only a couple moments when I got worried about our lead, just as I noticed the peloton starting to pick up their pace.
12-second gap on the peloton. A couple people there are pulling though. If they work together, they can catch us. If they don't, we're alone. And the worst second finish is top 5.
We hit our first big climb.
Here's our hill.
And our breakaway group almost split in 2. With the memory of my previous attempts burning in my mind, I was able to push and recover. And then over the course of the second lap, the 5 of us crushed the pace.
24-second gap. We're working for it though.
And opened up a nearly insurmountable gap to the riders behind us.
30-second gap.
But as we closed in on the last lap, the atmosphere in the room shifted. There was one last round of Big Blue ride on thumbs, and then the 5 riders that had ridden like teammates for the past 20 minutes transformed into something else entirely.
Starting the last lap. Been with the same breakaway group of 5 riders for the last 3 laps. We've been riding so well together. We opened up a 36-second gap to the peloton behind us. Now, we gotta make sure we maintain that gap. But the race becomes against these 5. Our friends become our enemies in a race to the finish. air boost power up, save it for the final sprint. Let's do it. Get on the podium, baby. Come on.
Our riding was less cohesive. No one wanted to pull the others to the finish line. We still made it to the final climb together.
Okay, coming up on our hilly section here. Most dangerous part of the race for me. Could very easily get dropped. Essentially have to sprint up this hill and then recover quickly.
But we didn't end the climb together. Crike was lost. Thank you for your sacrifice, my friend.
Perfect. 27-second gap to the peloton. 1 mile left. Almost guaranteed a top 4. Let's get on the podium.
Over the next half mile, my eyes were glued to the position chart, watching for the red power spike that signals an early breakaway. But it didn't come. We rode into the final stretch as 4 riders, fighting for 3 spots, and all I could think was,
when do we break?
When do we break? When do we break? When do we break?
Point 3.
Now! Activate Aero Boost! Push. Ignore the pain. 2 days ago, I barely hit 700 watts. Today, I hit nearly 1,000. And while that wasn't enough to hold off Song and Scud, it was enough for a spot on the podium. And the adrenaline rush that washed over me in that moment was one of the best feelings I've ever had on the bike.
Yes!
Thanks for watching.